Good morning students, this is CA Aditya. Welcome back to CA Final Auditing classes. Please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel and also join my Telegram channel for the purpose of downloading the material which I am going to explain in the class to you. Okay students, in the current class we are going to discuss about professional misconducts, that is first schedule and the second schedule relating to the CA Act 1949. Okay students, let's see the concepts. See students, there are two types of schedules, that is the first schedule and the second schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act 1949 related to the misconduct done by the Chartered Accountant. In the first schedule comprises of professional misconduct. There are four parts. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3 and Part 4 in the first schedule. And in the second schedule there are three parts. 1, 2, 3. And in the first schedule consists of part 1, professional misconduct in relation to members in practice. In that there are 12 clauses. And part 2 consists of professional misconduct in relation to members in service. In that there are 2 clauses. And part 3 consists of professional misconduct in relation to members generally. That is, both members in practice and members in service are covered in professional misconduct in relation to members generally in part 3. And in part 4, other misconduct not relating to professional misconduct. It is other misconduct in relation to members generally. Okay students, in part 2, in second schedule consists of three parts. There are part 1, part 2 and part 3. And part 1 consists of professional misconduct in relation to members in practice. In that there are 10 clauses. And in professional misconduct in relation to members generally, that is both members in practice and members in service are covered in it, and there are 4 clauses in it. Okay students, other misconduct, that is not professional misconduct, it is related to other misconduct, and there is one clause. Okay students, okay, there are two schedules, first schedule and second schedule. In first schedule there are 4 parts, and in the second schedule there are 3 parts. Okay, let's coming to disciplinary mechanism. Disciplinary mechanism for chartered accountants conducting the misconduct. Okay, flow chart of disciplinary mechanism. Complaint against member of ICI of allegation misconduct. When the misconduct is conducted by the chartered accountant, then there is a disciplinary directorate which is looking after these professional misconduct. When a chartered accountant has done any misconduct, then the disciplinary committee or disciplinary directorate will look after the matters. The disciplinary directorate shall arrive at prima facie opinion on the occurrence of allegation, that is misconduct, and decide whether it is guilty of professional or other misconduct. That is, if in the case of first schedule, that is before we have discussed it now, that is the first schedule, and the second schedule means where there are 3 parts, part 1, part 2, part 3. In the first schedule there are 4 parts. Okay, when the professional misconduct, that is the misconduct conducted as per first schedule, then it will go to the matters will go to board of disciplinary. And if the second schedule or both schedule, that is the first schedule and second schedule both are committed by the member, then there will go to disciplinary committee. In the board of discipline, if the chartered accountant is found guilty of misconduct, then reprimand the member. Reprimand the member means he will given a warning. A warning will be given to the member, and remove the name of the member up to 3 months. The name of the member may be removed for the period of 3 months from the register of members, and impose a fine up to 1 lakh rupees. Okay students, in the case of second schedule or both schedule, the misconduct is conducted by the chartered accountant, then the disciplinary committee will found that whether there is a guilty of professional or other misconduct as per second schedule or both schedule, then reprimand the member, that is he will be warned by the disciplinary committee and remove the name of the member permanently or for any duration, and impose a fine up to rupees 5 lakh rupees. Okay students, any person aggrieved by the order of above, that is board of disciplinary or disciplinary committee, then he may apply to the appellate authority within 90 days, and the appellate authority may set aside an order or modify, okay, or impose or set aside or levy the or increase or decrease the penalty, where 1 lakh or 5 lakhs which is imposed which may be reduced or enhanced by the appellate authority. Okay, students, remit the case back to the board of disciplinary or disciplinary committee for reconsideration. The appellate authority may send back the misconduct which is done by, that is the order given by board of disciplinary or disciplinary committee has to be reconsidered when an appellate authority order is passed. Okay, students, pass such order or pass such order as it may think fit. Okay, students, let's see clause 1 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. Okay, students, first schedule part 1 professional misconduct in relation to members in practice. See, students, part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act covers with professional misconduct in relation to members in practice. In that clause 1, we should read as clause 1 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. See, students, clause 1. Clause 1 means clause 1 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. See, students, according to clause 1 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act, a chartered accountant in practice is deemed to be guilty of professional misconduct if he allows any person to practice in his name, to practice in his name, unless he is a CA in practice of his partner or employed by him. Okay, students, unless he is also a CA in practice and is a partnership or employed by him. If he is not a partner or employee of him and he allowed him to practice in his name, then he will be professionally misconduct. Okay, students, let's see who can practice in CA's name. A person not CA cannot practice in his name, cannot allow him to practice. A chartered accountant not in practice shall not be allowed. A practicing chartered accountant who is his partner or his employee shall be allowed to practice in the name of the chartered accountant. Okay, students, example, firm ABC Associates, partner A, B and C, employees CA Mr. X and Mr. Z. Thus, anybody other than ABC, that is partners of ABC and employees of CA, that is other than ABC and XZ, cannot practice in the said firm. If they practice, then Mr. P allows, that is if Mr. A C allows, see, students, if Mr. A CA allows Mr. P as a brother who is law graduate to practice in the said firm as CA, will be professionally misconduct because Mr. P is not a partner or employee of the CA in practice. Okay, students, Mr. P is not a partner or employee of the firm. Okay, students, if he allowed any person other than his partner or employee, then he will be professionally misconduct. Okay, students, let's see the question. CA Saint, a newly qualified chartered accountant with certificate of practice, approached CA Pant, the auditor of his father's company, Mrs. Max Limited, to allow him to have some practice and professional knowledge and experience in his firm. Before he can set up his own practice, CA Pant allowed him to sit in his office for 6 months and allowed a small chamber with other office infrastructure facility. In the course of his association with CA Pant's office, he used to provide the tax consultancy independently to the client of the firm, and also, see, students, and also file IT returns and GST returns and represent, this is what important, represent himself before various tax authorities on behalf of firm. So, students, he is not a partner and he is not an employee of the firm. All through, he is representing the firm. See, students, he is representing on behalf of the firm. So, CA Pant will be professionally misconduct. See, during his association in CA Pant's office, he does not give any salary or share of profits, commission, but also remuneration of unusual expenses like conveyance, telephone was made to him. After the end of the agreed period, he was given a lump sum amount of 3 lakhs by CA Pant for his association out of gratitude. See students, in this question, CA Pant has employed CA Sant, not employed but kept in his office for a certain period. He is not an employee and he is not a partner of Mr. Pant. So in the present case, he has represented before various authorities, which is not allowed as per clause 1 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. So Mr. Pant will be professionally misconduct as per clause 1 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. These students, this is in the present case, CA Pant will be professionally misconduct as per clause 1 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act, as he hello CA Sant to practice in his name as chartered accountants, and CA Sant is neither partner nor employee with CA Pant. That is what explained in clause 1 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act, students. Let's see clause 2. As per clause 2 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act, a chartered accountant in practice is deemed to be guilty of professional misconduct if he pays, allows or agrees to pay directly or indirectly any share, commission, brokerage or profits of his professional business to any person other than member of the institute, partner, retired partner or legal representative of the deceased partner or member of other professional bodies with any other person having prescribed qualification. That is, if pays or agrees to pay any share commission to these persons, that is 1 to 6 persons, then he is not professionally disqualified. Other than these persons, if he pay any commission brokerage, then he will be disqualified. Okay students, see, widow or legal representative of deceased partner can continue to receive share of profits if it is provided in the partnership deed. See students, widow or legal representative of deceased partner can continue to receive share of profits when there is provided in the partnership deed. Okay students, in the case of sole proprietary firm, where the ICA has resolved that sale or transfer of goodwill shall be permitted when ICA permits to practice in the deceased firm name is sought within a year of death. That is, ICA permission is taken within 1 year of death of the member, or in case there is a existence of dispute to the legal heirs of the deceased partner, information about the existence of dispute is brought to the institute within a year of death. Okay students, then it will be allowed by the institute to transfer or sale of goodwill. Okay students, other professional body means ICSI, ICWA, Bar Council of India, Indian Institute of Architecture, Institute of Actuarial of India, persons with prescribed qualification, company secretary, cost and works accountants, actuary, BE, that is Bachelor in Technology, BTech, Bachelor in Architecture, Bachelor in Law and MBA. Okay students, let's see the questions. See students, A. Obtained a loan from financing company for purchase of office building agreement to pay interest at 6% and 10% of his gross profits till the loan was repaid. See students, as per clause 2 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act, a CA in practice is deemed to be guilty of professional misconduct if he pays or allows or agrees to pay directly or indirectly any share, commission, brokerage or profits of his professional business to any person other than member of the institute, partner, retired partner, legal representative of deceased partner or member of other professional body or person having prescribed qualification. In the present case, he has given the percentage to the financing company, which is he has done a professional misconduct as per clause 2 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. CA will be deemed to be guilty of professional misconduct. Okay students, C. Mr. Qureshi, a chartered accountant in practice, died in a road accident. His wife proposed to sell the practice of her husband to Mr. Paradeshi, chartered accountant, for 5 lakhs. The price also includes right to use the firm name Qureshi and Associates. Can widow of Qureshi sells the practice, and can Mr. Paradeshi continue to practice in his name as a proprietary? Since when the sale or transfer of goodwill shall be permitted, when ICA has permitted, that is, the member has taken from the ICA permission within 1 year of that, or where there is a existence of dispute with the legal heads, then the information, that is existence of dispute, is brought to the ICA within 1 year of that, then the ICA will permit to use the name of the deceased firm name. See students, in the present case, widow of Qureshi can sell the goodwill and Mr. Paradeshi can continue to practice in that name, provided she is completed within 1 year from the death of Mr. Qureshi and permission of ICA has been obtained. See students, permission shall be obtained within 1 year of death of Mr. Qureshi. Okay students. Question number 3. Comment on the following with reference to the Chartered Accountants Act 1949 as amended by the CA Act 2006 and Schedule J2. A chartered accountant firm pays share of profits to widow of deceased partner. See students, where a profit is shared with a widow partner, that is wife of deceased chartered accountant, then that is a partner of a firm where a partner has died and his wife is going to receive the share of profits, then it should be provided in the partnership deed. In the present case, it is assumed that it has been provided in the partnership deed that the sharing of profits, when the partner has died, his wife is going to receive the share is provided in the partnership deed, then the wife shall not be deemed to, that is, the partnership firm will not be deemed to be professionally misconduct, because if it is provided in the partnership deed to provide the share of profits to the wife, that is a deceased partner, then it will not be professional misconduct. See students, hence in the agreement so provided there will not be any professional misconduct on the part of the firm. Otherwise it amounts to, if it is provided in the agreement, see students, if it is provided in the agreement, there will be no misconduct. If it is not provided in the agreement, then it will be professional misconduct. Give your comment with reference to the chartered accountants, that is, give your comments with reference to the Companies Act 1956 and the Chartered Accountants Act 1949 and Schedule State 2. A chartered accountant who was in practice since last 20 years died in a road accident. His wife sold the practice to another practicing chartered accountant for 20 lakhs. The price also includes the right to use. Same as before question students. Please listen it. Please read it and once. Mr. X is a practicing chartered accountant. Mr. Y is a practicing advocate, represent matters in the court of law. Mr. X and Y decided to help each other in the matters involving their professional expertise. Accordingly, Mr. X recommends Mr. Y in all litigation matters in the court of law, and Mr. Y consult X in all matters relating to the finance and other relating matters which come to him in agreeing various cases. Consequently, there was stated sharing profits of their professional works. Is Mr. X liable to professional misconduct? A chartered accountant will be professional misconduct as per class 2 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act only when he share profits or commission or brokerage other than persons, that is a member of the institute, partner, retired partner, legal representative of deceased partner, or member of professional body, or person having prescribed qualification. Since in the present case the advocate is a member of prescribed, that is prescribed qualification. See, advocate is a prescribed qualification, so he will not be professionally misconduct. So students, Mr. X will not be deemed to be professionally misconduct as per clause 3, as per clause 3 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountant Act, which we are going to discuss in the next video. K. A practicing chartered accountant gives 50% of the audit fees received by him to L, who was not a chartered accountant under the nomenclature of office allowances, and such an agreement continued to form of number of years. See students, it is other than chartered accountant and not the partner, retired partner, or having prescribed qualification, or not a member of prescribed professional body. So in the present case, Mr. K will be professionally misconducted. C. Mr. X, who has passed his CA examination of ICA on 18th July 2017 and started his practice from August 18, 2017. On August, one female candidate approached him for articles. In addition to the monthly stipend, Mr. X offered 1% of his CA firm. She agreed to take both 1% of the profits of the CA firm and the stipend as per the rate prescribed by the ICA. The ICA sent a letter to Mr. X objecting the payment of 1% of profits. Mr. X replied to the ICA stating that he is paying 1% of the profits of his firm over and above the stipend to help the article students, as the financial position of the article clerk is very weak. Is Mr. X liable to professional misconduct? See students, he is not a partner. Where a article students is not a partner, he is not a retired partner, he is not a legal representative of deceased partner, he is not a member of professional body, he is not a having prescribed qualification. So in the present case, Mr. X will be professionally misconduct for sharing the profits with the article student. See students, class 3 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. A chartered accountant will be professionally misconduct if he accepts or agrees to accept any profits of the professional work of a person who is not a member of the institute. But a chartered accountant will not be professional misconduct if he receives profits from a member of the institute or member of a prescribed body, that is prescribed professional body, or having prescribed qualification. Then he will not be professionally misconduct. Okay students. See, CAP is a newly qualified chartered accountant in practice, and in order to increase his professional practice and client base, he entered into an agreement with Mr. A qualified chartered accountant and an experienced register valuer, to share 20% of the professional fees for all cases of valuation referred to him by Mr. CAP. Based on this, CAP receives 1,20,000 during the 1890 from Mr. A. Is CAP disqualified, that is misconduct under Chartered Accountants Act? No. In the present case, see students, sharing fees with the register valuer. As per clause 3 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act, the Chartered Accountants Act will be professionally misconduct if he act or agrees to act any profits of profession who is not a member of the institute. See students, he is not a member of the institute. A member shall not share with a non-member. See students, in the present case, Mr. P, who is a newly qualified chartered accountant in practice, entered into a agreement with Mr. P, a qualified and experienced register valuer. See students, Mr. A qualified and experienced register valuer, but not a chartered accountant. So in the present case, Mr. CAP will be held professionally misconduct because as he is accepting the profits from Mr. A qualified and experienced register valuer. Register valuer is not a qualified professional and not a member of professional body. So in the present case, Mr. CAP will be professionally misconduct. See students, clause 4 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. A chartered accountant is deemed to be guilty of professionally misconduct if he enters into partnership firm with any other person other than a member of the institute, a member of other professional body, or a member of having prescribed qualification or a qualification recognized by central government or state government. Members of professional bodies for which a CA can enter into partnership are persons qualified in India for purpose of partnership: company secretary, cost accountant, actuary, BE, BTech, B architecture, LLB, MBA. Permitted members for partnership firm. Let's read these students. Let's study the questions. See students, comment on the following with reference to the Chartered Accountants Act 1949 and Schedules thereto. Mr. P, a chartered accountant in practice, entered into a partnership with Mr. L, an advocate for sharing of profits for work sent by one to the other. However, due to some disputes, the partnership was dissolved after 1 month without any fees having been received. See students, Mr. Advocate, that is Mr. L, an advocate is a prescribed professional, that is a prescribed qualification recognized by central government. So, that is Mr. P, a chartered accountant can enter into partnership firm with him. So, he is not disqualified. A CA having COP entered into partnership firm with persons who are not the member of the institute for purpose of carrying on business. The share of CA in the profits and loss was 25%. He was taking part in the business and was entitled to represent the firm before government authorities. He was operating bank account of firm, was recovering money for the customers, and was also looking after the affairs of the partnership firm. Since a CA in practice, that is holding a certificate of practice, entered into a partnership firm with persons who is not a member of the institute, who is not having prescribed qualification as per central council and central government, and who is not being a member of the prescribed professional body, and in this case he will be professionally misconduct because he has entered into any other persons which are not to be entered into partnership firm, and he also not obtained a permission as per clause 11 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act for the purpose of entering into business with a partnership firm, with a partner, in business, which we are going to discuss in the next clauses, further clauses. See students, class 5, a chartered accountant in practice is deemed to be guilty of professional misconduct if he secures any professional work from other than his partner or employee of such chartered accountant. Okay students, a chartered accountant in practice is deemed to be guilty of professional misconduct if he secures work from other than partner or employee of such chartered accountant. Clause 6. A chartered accountant in practice is deemed to be guilty of professional misconduct if he solicits clients or professional work directly or indirectly by circular, advertisement, professional communication, that is personal communication, or interview, or by any other means. What students? As per clause 6 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act, a chartered accountant in practice is deemed to be guilty of professional misconduct if he solicit clients or professional work directly or indirectly, by circular, advertisement, personal communication, interview, or by any other means, provided that nothing herein contained shall be considered as prevention or prohibition. See students, nothing contained here shall say that a chartered accountant has done a professional misconduct. That is, these 2 points says that a chartered accountant will not be misconduct if he entered into these agreements, these 2 agreements. A chartered accountant from applying or requesting or inviting a secured professional work from other chartered accountant. See students, a chartered accountant can secure professional work from other chartered accountant. Then in such case he will not be professionally misconduct. Responding to tenders are inquiries, issues of various professionals, and securing work as a consequence. Various users of professions means, that is various users, that is the CMA, CS, or chartered accountants. All these professionals are entered, then the chartered accountant will not be professional misconduct if he respond to tenders or inquiry. If there is a exclusive to chartered accountants a tender or invoice to professional services, then in such case minimum fees shall be prescribed in the tender or inquiry for the purpose of professional services to be done by the Chartered Accountants Act. If minimum fees is not prescribed and the chartered accountant has entered into such a tender or inquiry issued for the purpose of doing professional services exclusively by the chartered accountant, then he will be professionally misconduct. Okay students, some form of soliciting work which the council has provided are discussed here. Advertisement and notes in press. Members should not advertise for soliciting work or advertisement in a manner which could be interrupting as soliciting or offering to undertake professional work. See students, a chartered accountant in practice should not advertise or note in press because it will amount to soliciting the clients or making publicity for the purpose of clients. Okay students. C. Empanelment for allotment of audit by professional work. Permitted futures. In respect of organization where a panel of CA exists, a member is free to request to replace his name on the panel. See students, a chartered accountant can ask for whether a panel is exist. He should already know a panel is exist and he can ask that to include his name in that panel. He should have the knowledge that a panel is exist and he should ask the authority to include his name in that panel. He should not make any roving enquiries or print or xerox copies of scale of fees in reply to such enquiry is not permitted. Okay students. Publication of name or farm name in telephone by other directorate. Permitted futures. Entry should appear in separately in chartered accountant section. That is, a chartered accountant section is provided separately in the telephone directory. Then in that such separate section only the chartered accountant should be provided, and member should belong to the town. That is, the telephone directory is related to Guntur. Then the Guntur chartered accountants are only to be provided in that telephone directory. Order of entry should be in alphabetical. That is, if the word is start with A, then the first word should be. If the chartered accountant's word start with A, then the first word should be A. If the started with Z, then they should be at last. Okay, students. Prohibited futures. Entries in telephone directories by making a special request or by means of additional payment are not permitted. See students, entry in the telephone directory, the name of the chartered accountant to be entered. In such case, for entering that name, the additional payment should not be permitted. Payment of additional fee is not permitted. Payment for entry is also not should be unreasonable. That is, payment should not be unreasonable for the purpose of entering in the telephone or other directory. Entry should not be in bold or alphabetical. That is, the alphabet should not be in bold letters. Okay, students. Publication of books or directory. CA in practice can write books and get them published. CA can mention his name or personal or academic details. He can indicate in books, see students, he can indicate in his books, articles and presentation of designation, chartered accountants as well as his name of the firm. In the case of publication of books, he can provide designation of chartered accountants as well as the name of the firm. Okay students. Issuing of greeting cards. The greeting cards are religious ceremony or opening in his office. The chartered accountant can use designation as well as name of the firm and address, and it should be provided only to the members of the client or relative or close friends. If he is provided to any other persons other than these persons, then it will be professionally misconduct. Soliciting professional works by making roving inquiries professionally misconduct. Scope of representation under section 140, that is, when an auditor is removed, a chance is given to speak in a public for the purpose of public meeting, then he should not exaggerate, that is, he should not tell anything bad about the company, and he should not promote himself the nature of soliciting, that is, he should not exact publicity therein, he should not exact publicity. That is, if he is removed from the company, when he is going for the meeting to tell that, he should not tell about his professional attainments, and he should not tell that he is having a high level of knowledge and skills for the purpose of doing audit, because it will amount to soliciting the clients. Okay students. Accepting of original professional work from a client introduced by another member. When a professional, that is, under chartered accountant has given us a work, which is relating to the original work. If the original work is also given to us, we should not accept that original work. Only the supplementary work should be accepted by the chartered accountant. If the original work is given to us, we should not accept. If we accept the original work also, then it is a professional misconduct. Okay, students. See students, guidelines for posting the particulars on website. The website shall be in any format, any color, can run on full mode, can mention website address, name of the member, form address, partner name, qualification, employee's name and their qualification, job vacancies we along with articleship, passport size photo and search engine and reference to bulletin board, that is the CA logo should be prescribed, nature of services rendered, nature of assignments handled, areas of expertise of partners, areas of expertise of employees, number of article clerks are to be provided in the website. Year of establishment should be provided on full technology, that is full technology only will be allowed, but not push technology. That is, year of establishment should not be provided on any stationary documents. You should be provided only on the website. Prohibited features. Name of the client and fees details are not provided on any documents or any visiting cards or any pamphlets. Name of the client and fees charges are prohibited. Push model web-based is not allowed. Logo other than prescribed by ICA are not allowed. No photocopy other than passport size. No advertisement. No reference to other website other than ICA or government related. Soliciting of people to visit their website is not permitted. Okay, students. See, what is meant by network? Network means aim at corporation. There are large structure, large group of started accountants aimed at cooperation, clearly aimed for profits, for sharing of profits and common ownership, common control and management, and common quality control principles. See students, there are aimed at common profits, common management, common ownership, and for the purpose of sharing of profits and aimed at cooperation, there are grouped together. This is known as network. See students, if the network is a mutual entity and partnership firm, AB and affiliates should be used. If the network is an LLP, AB affiliates LLP should be used. If the network is a limited company, AB affiliates private limited should be used. Okay, students. See, let's see the students questions. Discuss the following with reference to the Chartered Accountants Act 1949 and the Schedules thereto. Mr. XYZ, a partnership firm in practice, develops a website XYZ. The color chosen for the website was very bright green and the website was done on full technology. Only full technology will be allowed, but in this case it is using push technology. See students, a push technology is used. A push technology was used. Okay students, in that case it will be a professionally misconduct. A chartered accountant was held professional misconduct under the following circumstances. A chartered accountant wrote several letters to government pointing out seniority. See students, a chartered accountant should not show superiority over the other chartered accountants. If he has shown any superiority over the other chartered accountant, then he will be professionally misconduct. See students, in the present case, he has shown seniority of his firm and sketching out his life sketch and stating that he was a glorious record. So in the present case, he will be professionally misconduct as per class 6 and class 7. Class 7 means he is giving his professional attainments. Then he will be professionally misconduct as per class 6 and class 7 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. Comment on the following. Mr. XYZ, a chartered accountant, created a website XYZ India. The website besides containing details of form, a biodata of partners along with photographs of all partners. In this case, there is no disqualified information or no prohibited information. So, in this case, there will not be professionally misconduct by the chartered accountants. See, comment on the following with reference to the Chartered Accountants Act 1949. Mr. X, a chartered accountant, publishes a book and gives his personal details as the author. These details also mentions his professional experience and is present as associated as a partner of Mr. X. See students, Mr. X, a chartered accountant, has published a book. In that case, he can publish his name and also the name of his partnership firm. So, in the present case, he will not be professionally misconduct. See students, XYZ and Associates, a firm with 5 partners, develops a website, XYZ Associates. The website also contains a link to All India Chartered Accountants Association, a voluntary, where Mr. X of the firm. See students, a chartered accountant has to prepare a website and he should contain the details of all his works and clients, and he should run on full technology, and in the present case, he should mention the links, that is the website should contain only the details of ICA regional council or ICA websites only, and government related links only. But in the present case, it has provided the All Indian Chartered Accountants Association voluntary website link. So, in the present case, he will be professionally misconduct as per clause 6 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. A chartered accountant in practice is created his own website in affirmative, attractive form and color, and circulated information through email. See students, a chartered accountant will be professionally misconduct if he solicits directly or indirectly. See, in this case, he has provided indirectly through email, so he will be professionally misconduct as per clause 6 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. Okay students, an advertisement was published in a newspaper containing the photograph of Mr. X, a member of the institute, wherein he was congratulated on the occasion of opening of new ceremony of his office. See students, publishing of newspaper will be prohibited as he has given his photograph on the occasion of opening. So, this will amount to professional misconduct as per clause 6 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. Mr. X, a chartered accountant and the proprietor of X & Co., wrote several letters to the Assistant Registrar of Cooperative Society stating that through his firm was on a panel of auditors, no audit work was allotted to the firm, and further requested him to look into the matters. See, in the present case, his firm was on the matters. See students, a chartered accountant should not make roving inquiries for the purpose of allotment of audit. In the present case, he has made roving inquiries. So, Mr. X will be professionally misconduct as per clause 6 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. Mr. Nigel, a chartered accountant, delivered a speech in the national conferences and he told the audience that he is a management expert, and also he is providing his firm taxation. So students, in the present case, it can be understood that he has used the designation other than chartered accountancy, that is management expert. So he will be professional misconduct as per clause 7, and he is giving the publicity, that is soliciting the clients directly or indirectly. So he will be professional misconduct as per clause 6. So in the present case, he will be professional misconduct as per clause 6 and clause 7 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. Mr. Brilliant, a chartered accountant in practice, created his own website in attractive format and highlighted the content in blue color. He also circulated the information contained in the website through email at large. However, due to shortage of time, he could not intimate his website to the institute. See, a chartered accountant should intimate to the institute at the time of paying his annual membership, and also a chartered accountant should not provide the information directly or indirectly, that is soliciting the clients directly or indirectly to circular, advertisement or any other means. Since in the present case he has solicited through email, so he will be professional misconduct as per class 1 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. Mr. M, a firm of chartered accountant, respond to the tenders from the state government for computerizing of land revenue. For this purpose, the firm also paid 5,000 as revenue. Since in this present case, it was open to all the members, that is given to chartered accountants, cost accountants are all the professionals. So a chartered accountant can involve in these professional services. So he will not be professionally misconduct. See students, Mr. Honesty, a chartered accountant in practice, wrote 2 letters to Mr. X, a chartered accountancy firm, requesting them to allot him some professional works. So in the present case, he will not be professionally misconduct because he is soliciting work from under Chartered Accountants Act, under Chartered Accountants. So as per class 6 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act, a chartered accountant can solicit professional work from under chartered accountant. So in the present case, he will not be professionally misconduct. A partner of a firm during a TV interview handed over a biodata of his firm to the chairperson. Such biodata details the standing of international firm with which the firm was associated. He also decided the achievements of concern. So in this present case, it can be said that he has provided his biodata and firm name to that, and it cannot be provided as it provides that it is a soliciting of clients. So it will be amount to professional misconduct as per clause 6 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. A letter is sent by a CA in practice to the Ministry of Finance inquiring whether a panel of auditor is being maintained, and if so, whether included in his name. See students, a chartered accountant should already know whether there is a existence of panel. You should not have any doubt whether there is a existence of panel. Since in the present case, he did not know whether there is a panel of auditors being allotted and whether his name to be included. He should know that he should have the knowledge that there is a existence of panel. Then he should ask for the inclusion of name, that is allowed, but he should already have knowledge of that the panel of auditors is exist. In the present case, he is not having any knowledge that a panel of auditors is maintained by the ministry. So in that case, he will be professionally misconduct as per clause 6 of part 1 of first schedule. Mr. M, a practicing chartered accountant, sends a letter to another practicing chartered accountant claiming that he is the pioneer in liaising with the central government, that he is the superior of other chartered accountants for getting various government clearances. So in the present case, he will be professionally misconduct as per clause 6 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act, because he is showing the superiority over the other Chartered Accountants Act, chartered accountant. So in such case, he will be professionally misconduct. CAN in practice started a project consulting work as part of his professional, and to advance the same, send mail to all the chartered accountants. See, a chartered accountant may solicit work from other chartered accountants. So in the present case, CAN has started project work and set them to all the other CS. So it is within the same profession, so it will not be professionally misconduct. So N will within the regulations of the act, and he will not commit, and he has not committed any professional misconduct. CA firm Mr. GST and Associates has sent a letter to the Goods and Service Tax Council stating that the firm has 2 partners who specialize in the law of goods and service tax, and asking the said council to include their name in the panel wherever formed. See, in the present case also, they are not having, that is Mr. GST and Associates are not having any knowledge that there exists any panel and to include their name. So in the present case, it can be said that they are not having any knowledge that whether there is a existence of panel. If there is a existence of panel, then they should ask that to include their name in the panel. Since they are not having whether there is existence of panel, so in the present case there will be professionally misconduct as per clause 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. Clause 6 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act, there will be professionally misconduct. Mr. Raj, a renowned practicing chartered accountant, decided to tie his knot with Mr. Anjan, that is to have a tie with Mr. Anjan while giving order for marriage invitation, that is to marriage with Mr. Anjan invitation letter. Mr. Raj instructed to add chartered accountancy with name. Later on, the cards were distributed to all the relatives, close members and clients. See, the invitation letter including the name chartered accountant shall be provided to clients, close family members and friends. Since in this case Mr. Raj will not be professionally misconduct. See students, during the opening ceremony of new branch, C.A. Young, his friend C.A. World introduced to C.A. Young, his friend client Mr. Rich. The owner of the export house has been audited by C.A. World for last 15 years. After few days, Mr. Rich approached C.A. Young and offered the certification work which has been done by C.A. World. C.A. Young undertook the work for a fee which was less than fee charged by World. See students, in the present case, C.A. Young should not accept the work because it is the original work of C.A. World. The supplementary works can be accepted. That is, the World has given some supplementary work relating to the World work. That supplementary work can be accepted by C.A. Young. But in the case, original work is accepted by C.A. Young. In such case, there will be a professional misconduct as per clause 6 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. Give your comments with reference to the Chartered Accountants Act 1949. Mr. Ankur, a chartered accountant in practice who is proposed to be removed as the auditor of a company, makes a unsubstantial, undeterrable remarks against the management of the company under section 140. See students, a chartered accountant when removing from the company makes a representation which is tantamount to publicity, that is securing work. That is, the chartered accountant is making publicity and are making any remarks, declamatory remarks against the management of the company, then he will be professionally misconduct as per clause 6 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. See students, PQR and Associate Chartered Accountants has been their website, and on the letterheads of the form it was mentioned that our website pqr.com. In the website, the nature of assignments, nature of prominent clients and the fees charged is displayed without disclosure obligation by the regularity. Name of the client and fees charged should not be provided in the website, otherwise it is provided on full technology. In the present case, it is already disclosed without any disclosure obligation. So in the present case, it is not permitted and he will be professionally misconduct. See students, Mr. X, a chartered accountant in practice, provides part-time tutorship under the coaching organization of the institute. On 31st August 2018, he was awarded Best Faculty of the Year as graduated from the institute. Later on, he posted his frame photograph on his website wherein he was receiving the said award from the institute. So students, he is posting them in the photograph. Only a passport size photo shall be posted on the website. Since in their case he has posted a framed photograph, so in the present case he will be professionally misconduct. Comment with reference to the Chartered Accountants Act. A special notice has been issued for a resolution on 3rd annual general meeting of LED Limited, providing expressly that CA Anup should not be reappointed as an auditor of the company. Consequently, CA Anup submitted a representation. See students, it is same as previous questions. You can read it. See students, OPAQ and Associates, a firm of chartered accountants responding to the tender exclusively for chartered accountants. However, there was no minimum fees. See students, a chartered accountant responding exclusively to the chartered accountants professional work. That is, only a chartered accountants are only to do that work. and no minimum fees is prescribed for the tender, then in such case the chartered accountant should not enter into such tender. If he entered into such tenders where there is no minimum fees and exclusive to the chartered accountant service, then he will be professionally misconduct. Okay, students. In this case, PQR shall not respond to such tenders as it is exclusive for chartered accountants and no minimum fees is prescribed. So there will be professionally misconduct. ABZ and Co, a form of chartered accountant, developed a website. The color chosen for the website was very bright green. Then the website was to run on push technology. See students, a website should be always be in a pull technology. In this case, it is a push technology. So a chartered accountant will be professionally misconduct. That is, ABZ will be professionally misconduct. Okay, students. See students, ABZ and Co chartered accountants firm responding to a tenders from a state government for appointing of GST auditors wherein no minimum fees was prescribed from the purpose. The firm also paid 50,000 as earning money. The GST audit does not fall within the areas exclusive for chartered accountants because it will be provided for cost accountants also. So it is not exclusive for chartered accountants. So ABC and Co will not be professionally misconduct because chartered accountants and cost accountants can do GST audit. See students, as per class 7 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act, a chartered accountant practice is deemed to be guilty of professionally misconduct if he advertises his professional misconduct or uses any designation other than chartered accountant on the visiting card, letterheads or signboards. See students, a chartered accountant in practice shall be deemed to be guilty of professional misconduct if he uses any designation, that is chartered accountancy, if he uses any designation other than chartered accountancy on his visiting cards, letterheads or signboards. Other than that is, he can use degree of university recognized by central government or member of other professional body. Okay students, points to be remembered. Use of other designation. Only a chartered accountancy is allowed on the professional documents, visiting cards, letterheads, signboards or wherever stated in clause 6. Other designations are not allowed either in substitution or in addition. Persons eligible otherwise subject to the permission may practice as advocates but cannot use designation chartered accountant and advocate simultaneously. See students, a chartered accountant can practice as an advocate but not chartered accountant simultaneously. That is, he can practice as advocate or he can practice as a chartered accountant, but both should not be done simultaneously. See students, advertisement in newspaper allowed subject to the following conditions. It is not displayed on prominent places, that is, it should not be displayed on the main page of the newspaper. Only for the purpose of recoupment. It should not be allowed. It should not be amount to any soliciting. Okay students, it should not be bolder than the substance. It should be only for the purpose of recoupment of staff, recoupment or disposing of business or sale of any business where CA is acting as trustee, liquidator or official receiver. See students, appearing on telephone seminars may appear and describe themselves as chartered accountants. No reference of firm name. Okay students, photograph and brief particulars of CA in magazines. No payment shall be made for such publication and public attainments, that is professional attainment, should not be mentioned. No firm name should be mentioned. Training and courses and seminars for key staffs. Also inviting the staffs and other professional works. Undue prominent place should not be given. Okay students, only the important topics are discussed here students. Okay, that is why I am skipping the topics. Publicity for appointment of local is not important students. Prospectus of company in which CA is directors. See students, CA name, address is allowed in prospectus. See students, CA name and only address is allowed in the prospectus. No advertisement of professional attainments and no form name shall be provided in the prospectus. No advertisement of professional achievements and no form name shall be provided in the prospectus. Signboard cannot be used. That is the name board or any Farm name board shall be displayed outside the place of the business. That is the farm. The audit office outside a name board is displayed about the relating to the audit office. In that name board or farm office board should not use any glow sign board or large sign board. That is glow sign board means a lighting board should not be used for the purpose of audit office or large sign board should not be used for audit office. At residence only the name board is allowed but not office board. Logo. Only common logo prescribed by ICI is used. Other logos are not to be used. Date of publication, date of establishment office should be provided only in the website. It should not be provided in the stationery. Where is a member of the parliament, then it should not be provided in the designation. Okay, students. Let's see the question, students. B. A chartered accountant in practice is a partner in three firms. While printing his personal letters, B gave all the three firms in which he is a partner. See, students, a chartered accountant can use a designation as a chartered accountant using letterheads, visiting cards, or any other professional documents. Since in the present case, he has provided them in the letterheads, so he will not be professionally misconduct. Mr. SP, a chartered accountant, obtains a registration as a category form of merchant bankers under the SEBI rules and act as advisor to the capital issue of MB company. He designation himself as a merchant banker. See, students, a chartered accountant should not use any designation other than chartered accountancy. Since Mr. SP has used as a merchant banker, so he will be professionally misconduct. Mr. M, a chartered accountant in practice, as printing visiting cards, which besides other details also carries quick response code. The visiting cards as well as quick response code contains his name, residential address, contact details, even name of the firm, website, comments with reference to. So we will not be professional misconduct because there is no any information which is provided, that is prohibited information is not provided in the visiting card. So he will not be professionally misconduct. A chartered accountant wrote several writes to the government department inter alia pointing out seniority of his firm and stating that he has a glory record. As per clause 6 and clause 7 of the Chartered Accountants Act, he should not solicit either directly or indirectly to circular, advertisement, personal communication, interview or any other means. And as per clause 7 of the Chartered Accountants Act, he should not designate his professional attainments or any other documents. In the present case, he is showing his professional attainments and is also soliciting for the purpose of audit. So he will be professionally misconduct as per clause 6 and clause 7 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. The offer documents of listed company in which Mr. D, a practicing chartered accountant, is a director, mention the name of Mr. D as a director along with his various professional attainments. See, students, as prospectus should contain only the name chartered accountant and it should not contain any professional attainments or should not contain firm name. Since in the present case it is containing the professional attainments, so he will be professionally misconduct. Mr. B, a practicing chartered accountant as well as a qualified lawyer, was permitted by the Bar Council. He printed his visiting card where he is designated as chartered accountant and advocate. He can practice as advocate or he can practice as chartered accountant, but he should not use both designation simultaneously. Okay, students, if he use chartered accountant and advocate simultaneously, then he will be professionally misconduct as per clause 7 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. Or a practicing chartered accountant is a director of X Limited. The prospectus of X Limited mention the name of Mr. R, a director, along with his various professional attainments. His areas of specialization and expertise in the field of international taxation. See, he is showing in the professional attainments in the documents of prospectus. He should not show professional attainments and farm name in the professional documents, that is the prospectus. Since he has provided them, so he will be professionally misconduct as per clause 7 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. See, a chartered accountant in practice empaneled as insolvency professional, and he has provided them in the letterheads. See students, insolvency professional is a qualification recognized by central government, so it can be provided in the letterheads. Where the neighbor has filed a complaint for professional misconduct, it cannot be a professional misconduct, because insolvency professional is a qualification recognized by central government, so he will not be professionally misconduct. See students, a company has appointed a practicing chartered accountant as an independent director on its board. The said company publishes description about the chartered accountancy expertise, specialization and knowledge in a particular field, are adding ampliation and adjective to this name in the prospectus. See students, a prospectus about stating the name of the chartered accountants, that is his professional attainment should not be provided and the name of the firm should not be provided. In the present case, his professional attainments are provided, so he will be professionally misconduct as per clause 7 of part 1 of first schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. Okay students, let's continue in the next class students. Please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Telegram channel for the purpose of downloading the notes students. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel for the purpose of encouraging me to put more classes related to the CA final auditing classes. Thank you students.